So for this one, we're going to go back to your first post.
Yes.
Which is 5 days of clothes in 10 minutes.
Yes.
And why 5 days of clothes in 10 minutes?
Because our children are pokey and they cannot make a decision for if their life depended on it, especially if they think that they're being rushed. And this has been since the first one was just a wee little thing. And it was stressful and annoying, and we'd all get mad and start yelling because we're not mature enough to not yell. And then there were things like preschool were coming up where we didn't have half an hour or 20 minutes even and arguing, just wear this, wear that, whatever, in the morning. So it was, okay, we just need to pick out the whole week's worth of clothes. Just pick them out and be done with it. And they both, I think, can pick out those clothes for a whole week's worth of school in less time than it would be for them to decide, for one, oh, what do I wear today? What's the weather going to be like today? Oh, it's a good, So it was a huge time saver. And it was also way less stressful for everyone involved. So we just made it a thing after church. Like, okay, go pick out your clothes. Go pick out your clothes for a week. They have it in a pile. And we've always given them free reign of what they get to wear. It's not like, why don't you just pick out the clothes? Well, no, I'm not going to pick out the clothes for them because that's inevitably going to be another argument.
When we tell them, what the weather's going to be like, what ideas they might want. You might want a sweatshirt this day or sweatpants or shorts.
Yeah.
And we don't do it in the summer.
For the most part, no. No, yeah, we really don't in the summer.
No. Just when we know there's going to be
something
in the morning where there's a time crunch and we don't want to have the
It's
long
generally
delay.
During the school year. Yeah, because we don't do it even on Christmas break or anything. Yeah. So then it's been nice for us when we come home from church. That's the thing. Oh, okay. Go pick out your clothes. It's an easy routine for us to remember. So they're doing it the day before school starts. And we remember it as a trigger, go pick out your clothes. Because otherwise that would be on us if we forgot, because they're not going to remember to pick them out. So we have to remind them, go do that, that's your job. And then they go do it. And it's like maybe not even 10 minutes. Yeah, the title is 10 minutes, but 5 days of clothes sometimes in 5 minutes. And it's just like, boom. They've got
some days it's how fast they can, or one can whip them out of the drawer and onto his pile.
Yeah. Which is fine. But then if it had been like you have to take time to think about it in the morning, that's not something his brain has the capacity to do.
No.
I don't think.
No, and it would be a bunch of questions about the weather and a bunch of questions about everything else and not getting it done. So.
And I don't have clothes, or where is this? And then it would have been stressful, and then it would ramp up his stress in the morning. And he's already slow eating breakfast and doing everything else. Or just we both work in a school. We have to be there at a certain time. There's no traffic delay. We don't get the luxury of running late for the most part. So, yeah, it's been great. And they know what to do, and they do it. And the one problem we maybe run into is my philosophy is, for the most part, pants or bottoms you can wear more than once before you have to throw them in the wash. And I think she's pretty good about that.
Unless you get super muddy or anything.
Well, yeah, if they get dirty, of course, then they go in the wash. But for the most part, your pants or whatever, you can wear more than once. He just mindlessly throws everything in the wash at night, regardless of how long he's worn it. I mean, there have been times where he'll put on a sweatshirt after school, or he'll come home and for whatever reason have to change his shirt, and he'll throw that in the wash too. And it's like, you've worn that for 2 hours. Don't throw that in the wash. So that's still something we're working on, is having him think about that. But that's a whole different issue. But yeah, so if you wanted to wear a pair of pants twice in a day, or in a week, that's... she maybe has that figured out. I don't know that he does, but that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, and we've never been, like I said, ones to dictate what they wear for the most part. I mean, she would come out. I wouldn't know you could wear that many patterns in an outfit. I didn't know she had that many patterns, and that was just how she dressed. I mean, if she wore something that matched, we'd be shocked. If she looked like we dressed her, it would surprise us. When she was like toddler, preschool, she was one of those colorful kids, and now she's much tamer. But as long as they picked it out, it's their decision. It's clothes. Who cares? There might be we're going to church. You can't wear the pants with the holes in them, or you can't wear that shirt to church, or we have to go to this. We used to pick out their picture clothes. I think picture day clothes too.
We would do that together.
Yeah.
What do you want to wear for pictures?
Yeah.
We would help.
Sometimes I would help. Like, you're going to wear this. It was more, I want you to wear this. So, yeah, you should wear this. But, yeah. So, it's just a great time saver and stress saver. Just beginning of the week, before school starts, go pick out your clothes for the week. Here's the weather. It's a great tool for helping them learn how to plan, too. And kind of accept consequences. Like, oh, you chose that? Well, you knew what the weather was going to be like. You got a deal.
Or just grab a sweatshirt and put it on over the top.
Yeah. Or you're out of socks, you're out of underwear. Well, you should have known that. You should have told us. So being responsible. So that was my first blog post. 5 days of clothes in 10 minutes.